This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. St. Thomas designer killed in bike crash. One man is dead following a collision early Sunday morning in St. Thomas. Dead is 22-year-old Tarek Morris, a designer of Duckenfield, Golden Grove in the parish. Reports are that about 12:35 a.m., Morris was driving his motorcycle with a pillion along Orange Walk. Upon reaching a section of the road in the vicinity of the St. Thomas Technical High School, Morris lost control of his motorcycle and collided with a Toyota Hiace motor truck. Both occupants of the motorcycle were taken to the hospital, where Morris was pronounced dead and the pillion admitted in serious condition. The Golden Grove police are investigating. No action against the cops in viral video. More than a month after police launched an investigation into a viral video of two cops having a confrontation on the Temple Hall Main Road in St. Andrew, no action has been taken against the lawmen. The video, which drew many comments on social media, saw the two policemen, one reportedly an inspector and the other a sergeant, engaging in a heated exchange of words as motorists told them to clear the road. The Constabulary Communication Unit told the news on Friday afternoon that the Inspectorate of the Constabulary was still conducting investigations into the incident. The Police Information Arm said as far as it knows, no disciplinary action has been taken against the two cops and that they are still full-serving members of the police force. When the video began, the cop, said to be an inspector, was seen standing in front of the other with his hand on his gun. The other informed him that he was a police sergeant and accused the inspector of assaulting him. All this happened as several motorists were driving past and blowing their horns to inform the men that they were causing a traffic pile-up. The inspector kept asking the sergeant for his police ID, but the sergeant refused to hand it over. A passenger who was in the sergeant's car was the one recording the video. The video ended after the sergeant told the inspector his regulation number, and the inspector jumped into a marked police bus he was driving and sped off. Boy charged with housebreaking and larceny after third go at the same house. Lawmen from the Christiana Police have arrested and charged a 14-year-old boy with housebreaking and larceny following an incident in Cobbler District, Christiana in Manchester on Wednesday, November 17. The allegations are that the juvenile pried open the back door of a man's house twice and stole a total of $80,000 from a drawer. The juvenile then reportedly attempted to break into the house a third time when he was allegedly caught in the act. The police were summoned and he was taken into custody. He was charged after a question and answer session was conducted in the presence of his parent and attorney. The boy is to appear in the Poor's Children's Court on Tuesday, December 7. School bus mix-up. Disappointment, anxiety over unit promised to Little Bay All-Age, but now committed to Mile Gully High. The administrators at Little Bay All-Age and Infant School in Westmoreland have been left feeling cheated after the Ministry of Transport and Mining blocked a decision to give them a Mitsubishi Rosa Coaster bus under the Rural School Bus Program and has instead committed the vehicle to Mile Gully High School in Manchester. Both educational institutions are located in deep rural Jamaica, where transportation is a challenge. The Transport Authority has funded the purchase of the vehicle and another given to Taki High School in St. Mary through its Corporate Social Responsibility Program, but Transport Minister Robert Montague is blaming the National Education Trust, the state entity that handles charitable donations for the government, for the misunderstanding. The minister said that he was made aware of a commitment to Little Bay on the day of the official handover of buses to Taki High and Mile Gully High School in Manchester, whose student populations are made up of nearly 80% the program of advancement through health and education beneficiaries. Our policy is very clear. The beneficiary must be a high school located in rural Jamaica, and the majority of students must be on path, Minister Montague told the news. A primary school could not qualify, but somebody at NET had gone ahead and given a commitment to the primary school in Westmoreland to get them a bus. This has nothing to do with us. In a letter dated June 1, 2020, LaToya Harris, Director of Donor and Partnership Management at NET, advised Karen King, principal of Little Bay, that the school was the recipient of a 30-seater Mitsubishi Rosa Coaster bus under the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information Rural School Bus Program. The document outlined the school's management on its responsibilities, including to license, insure, identify a competent driver, and to maintain the unit, which is valued at $8.5 million. NET is pleased to be able to assist the school in this regard, and we hope that this bus will go a long way in alleviating the issues experienced by students and the teachers in commuting to and from school, Harris said in the letter. Harris acknowledged the recipient of several questions sent to her by email from the news and advised that she was awaiting approval before responding, but this was not received up to press time. Little Bay's principal, Karen King, came to national prominence after a video went viral of him using a motorcycle to deliver worksheets to his students when schools were ordered closed in March 2020 following the onset of COVID-19. Among his achievements since he took charge 3 years ago is the establishment of a school garden and a chicken farm that supplied the school's breakfast and lunch programs for close to 80% of the student body, including needy students who are not on path. Under King's stewardship, the school was also upgraded on the National Education Inspectorate report from unsatisfactory to satisfactory. Literacy and numeracy numbers also improved significantly, producing top-performing primary exit profile students, some of whom were recognized with scholarship awards to prominent high schools. When contacted, King declined to discuss the school bus issue. However, chairman of Little Bay's school board, Uton Swaby, told the news team that the entire community is disappointed with the government's decision. We are very upset with the decision because the motorcycle is the only mode of transportation in this area, Swaby said. There is no public transportation for our students or the teachers, so our principal's dream was to get a bus to serve the school. He added Mr. King did a proposal to NET, who sent a team to do an assessment of our school, after which we were notified that our bid was successful. Approximately $140,000 of the school's funds was spent to insure and license the vehicle when they were advised that the bus must be transferred to Mile Gully High. The news shook the entire community and the parents who had started to send their children here because we would now have reliable transportation have removed their children, Swaby said. A 36-month restriction is on the certificate of titles, which could mean that the bus will have to be operated in Little Bay's name over the period, but Montague insisted that the coaster bus be given to Mile Gully. The Transport Authority wrote to the Westmoreland-based school with a commitment that a smaller unit will be purchased for Little Bay, but this is dependent on the number of fees and renewals collected at the tax office. Christopher Time, the principal of Mile Gully High School, said that the bus has not yet been handed over to his school, but refused to comment further when he was advised that the certificate of title is already in Little Bay's name. Michael Phillips, a member of Parliament for the constituency of North West Manchester, in which the school is located, while sympathizing with Little Bay Primary, is hoping that the unit will be handed over to his school. I am aware that Little Bay was also promised a unit and that the coaster suits Mile Gully, he said. My understanding is that Little Bay is holding on to the documents, so the transaction cannot be fully completed, but we are anxiously waiting for the bus to be handed over to us because this will be a big help to our students. 75 new COVID-19 cases in Jamaica, 2 more deaths reported. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported 75 new COVID-19 cases and 2 more deaths on Saturday, November 20, bringing the local infection total to 90,705 and the total deaths to 2,358. The new cases comprise 46 females and 29 males with ages ranging from 9 months to 85 years. The cases were recorded in St. Catherine 27, Kingston and St. Andrew 22, St. James 9, Westmoreland 5, St. Mary 4, Hanover 4, Portland 1, St. Anne 1, St. Thomas 1, and Trelawney 1. The reported deaths occurred between November 18 and 19, 2021, and comprised an 82-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew and a 66-year-old male from St. Catherine. In the meantime, 115 more people recovered in the last 24 hours, bringing total recoveries to 61,720. Currently, 171 people are hospitalized, 19 of which are severely ill, while 8 are critically ill and 31 moderately ill. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.